Even right now, the Ripple C settlement could happen at any time, since XRP Captain told everyone that the Ripple vs. SESI settlement would happen before the end of the month. As XRP ETF rumors started to spread in the community, it went from being just a guess to being almost a fact after a report showed that the XRP ETF was named in BlackRock's ETF report. Not only that, but the judge also made a decision about the RippleSec hearing, setting the start date for May 20th, 2024. To put it simply, the case is coming to an end, and Judge Sarah Nedburn and Judge Torres made it clear that settlement was the only way to go. Settlement has to happen. Before we go any further with this video, before we show you the most important part, which is the 2.48 Fibonacci extension breakout, that means a 2,500% increase in just hours, we need to let you know about our huge XRP giveaway. It's possible that this is your last chance to get more and more XRP as you try to fill up your bag before the huge altcoin bull run, during which these coins will likely be worth over 100 times what they are worth now. So if you look at XRP, this coin could be worth more than $500 during this coming bull run. To enter, all you have to do is click the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure message alerts are turned on for posts, and share this video. To stress how easy it is to get started, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, like button, share button, and follow button for this video. You can also find me on Twitter at CryptoGeekNews and on Instagram at CryptoGeekKiki. You won't be bothered by the posts I make here very often, but when I do, they are important if you decide to follow. My account, you'll be the first to know about any breaking news. After all that, let's get right to the movie. The final decision on the full vs. SESI lawsuits is almost here in the crypto space. In fact, the next few weeks will be very important. On May 7th, the Ripple NAT talked about redactions, and on May 8th, the SEC filed a public version of its reply brief defending exhibit that had been redacted. Yes, this is where things could get really bad on May 13th. It is likely that this will be the final decision or deal on May 13th. So anything that was going to happen as part of the deal between Ripple and the SEC had to happen before May 13th, which means that either a settlement or the trial of the case will happen in the next few days, or at least in the next week. It's actually a very important moment because this is when David Schwartz might flip the switch and exhibit will go vertical. Let us hear what he has to say. But the real question is whether XRP will have the same value on private ledgers as it does on public ones. Yes, the thing that makes XRP valuable is that it has these funding pools. It doesn't make sense to separate things. For example, if gold were worth twice as much as it is now, people would bring it there, buy it somewhere else, and sell it there. Except that there's a lot of friction, which means the value can be very different in two places. If there's friction, someone will make a business out of getting rid of it. I can't think of a real-life situation in which XRP's value would be very different, unless something is wrong. One time, the value of XRP was so high that people called it the kimchi premium. This is the point at which the value of XRP is very high in some Asian countries. But that was because of capital controls, right? Things were bad at the time. That makes me think something is wrong. All of these places are good for XRP, which is what makes it valuable. Say I sell you some gold and you say it can only be used to make jewelry. You'd say, well, that's too bad. I don't want that gold. The value of gold is that you have access to its whole value, so I don't see any reason to cut pieces off again unless something is wrong. This is David Schwartz, and we have a separate video talking about the private ledger and how it will be changed to reflect the value of XRP. This will cause the value of XRP as a digital asset on the public ledger to go up a lot. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the XRP ledger and the private ledger because we're already on the public ledger. So I'll just give you a quick example. Let's say that XRP is $100 on the private ledger, but only $1 on the public ledger. When these two ledgers are combined, the average XRP price would be $50, which is the middle ground between the private and public ledgers. That price would be $50 lower than the private ledger, but higher than the public ledger. This is the same example that David Schwartz is talking about. It wouldn't make sense to have two different prices. If, say, the private ledger price is $1,000 per XRP and the public ledger price is $1 per XRP, the two prices would have to be merged, but the new price would have to be much higher than the current public ledger price. It's expected that $30 to $50 trillion will flow into the XRP ledger. If trillions of dollars are being put into the XRP ledger, which ledger will they go into? We are seeing this happen right in front of our eyes. After that, a lot of things happen between the private and public ledgers, and they really become one. This is also why the reasons are. Retail transactions are going to be limited, and banks don't want to go in right now because they're all in the private ledger. They don't want to see the mix until retail transactions are limited or until there aren't many retail transactions in this XRP ledger space. Of course, that will only happen when very few retail people buy XRP tokens. At that point, the price will rise and the few people who still hold XRP will be bought out. As you can see, a lot of people aren't happy about the XRP buyback. In fact, when you talk about the XRP system, that's exactly what you should be talking about. A buyback makes a lot of sense because it happened with gold, which is what we were talking about earlier. The United States Federal Reserve has talked about XRP and decided they want to use it, so why wouldn't the same thing happen with it? It can be used by central banks around the world. With the XRP ETF on the way, this is even more important to think about. BlackRock is also trying to get very close to Ripple Labs. They only do things they think will make them money, which is why they are doing this. At the moment, BlackRock and Ripple are both investing in a lot of the same companies. This means that BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Grayscale, and guess what? Ripple Labs are all very closely linked to the XRP system. Keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this video. Also, there have been a lot of leaks saying that BlackRock and JP Morgan have been quietly buying XRP without saying anything about it in any of their quarterly reports. They're simply hoarding XRP without telling anyone about it so that no one gets too excited about it. This way, they can hoard even more XRP. When you click subscribe to CryptoGeek, you'll be able to see his videos and hear about news before anyone else. If you want to see more videos like this, you should always stay hooked and like mine. And when we talk about the XRP ledger, which I believe is very important, we need to look past just XRP, even though XRP is an important part of the XRP ledger. The XRP ledger has a DeFi part, and when you talk about funds being facilitated, they will go from the company to the XRP ledger through XRP, through the DeFi part of the XRP ledger, which needs another token, and then out of the XRP ledger into that new token or currency. There is also a small DeFi part of the XRP ledger where only one token is available at the moment. Additionally, the most valuable token is called CTF token, which stands for Crypto Training Fund. It is the first passive income framework token, which means that you can make money just by holding it. The more CTF you hold, the more money you'll make through passive income. Of course, this doesn't count the fact that it keeps going up in the green, even when the rest of the market is going down. It's also very new, but it's expected to be worth over $1,474 with the same market value as XRP. If you look at it, there are only about 2,500 holders, which means it's still very early in the game. And in the last few weeks, it's gone up more than 200 to 300 times its value, even though it's not listed on any organized exchanges and not many people are talking about it. So think about when it really starts to handle those trillions of dollars. With $30 to 50 trillion coming into the XRP system, it's going to have to handle a huge chunk of that. And if we talk about $40 billion, I think the market value would go over $1,474. Just think about when it actually makes $1 trillion possible. The amounts are now in the tens of thousands of dollars. As an example, here is a well-known XRP expert who has more than 200,000 fans. You can read what he says about the CTF coin and the XRP ledger below. He talks about how the XRP ledger is going to grow and how the top rejected token in the XRP ledger CTF is about to go through the roof. There are billions of dollars going through the XRP system, and CTF could easily go from $0.80 $1,497 with a $40 billion with a $40 billion market cap. Of course, some people are going to make a lot of crazy money. Institutions are going to buy up retail watches like crazy, and he also makes it clear that he will keep accumulating as he goes. This is the future, and this is where people will become multimillionaires. That person is very involved with the XRP ledger and the XRP area. In a similar vein, I must say that I believe CTF is a very important player because it will not only help trillions of people, it is already doing so, and is the only one that can do so. The fact that it is the only defied token on the XRP system is what makes it so special. There needs to be $1 trillion on the XRP ledger, and they all need to go through challenge. Since CTF is the only and best option, they all have to go through that. So if we're talking about 2 or 3% of the trillions of dollars that come into and are caught by CTF, which is $40 billion, that's not much.